thank you for coming to our press briefing this afternoon. Before we begin, I just want to acknowledge that we have some colleagues in Grand Bahama that are currently experiencing the onslaught of Hurricane Dorian, which is based on the information that's been shared in the media, one of the worst hurricanes in history. And unfortunately, it seems to be sitting on top of them, moving very slowly. So we await reports from our colleagues there. It's not looking so good right now, so I encourage everyone to keep them in your thoughts and prayers, just as we have been doing. So thanks once again for attending this press briefing. Last Friday, the second of two generating units recently affected by fuel injection equipment issues was returned to service safely at our Spring Garden regenerating plant. With these units operational again, we will have sufficient generation reserves to meet customer demands without the need for support from our interruptible customers or load sharing among residential customers as experienced on occasion over the last 3 weeks. The Barbados Light and Power Company has an installed firm generating capacity of approximately 250 megawatts. In addition to that, we have 10 megawatts of intermittent solar capacity. And by intermittent, what I mean is solar capacity which can be interrupted by moving clouds. This total capacity is required to meet the daily peak demand in Barbados of around 150 megawatts, while providing for sufficient reserves to accommodate planned and unplanned maintenance. Earlier this year, the company's 2 steam turbine generating units were taken out of service for unplanned repairs to their rotors. These steam units account for 40 megawatts of generating capacity, and since they are past their normal retirement age, require more frequent maintenance than newer units in the fleet. Following major repairs and parts replacement, one of these steam turbine generators is expected back in service in early October, and the other in early 2020. Now, planned and unplanned maintenance on our engines occurs throughout the year, which is normal operating procedure for utilities. This leads to the occasional reduction of available generating capacity at such times. I mentioned before our interruptible customers. Allow me to take this opportunity to thank them for participating in the program and responding when called upon. A few more important items of business that I'd like to share with you today. We are currently investigating the installation of short-term backup generating capacity, which would mitigate against the recurrence of recent events until the steam units that are currently out of service are returned. While this would still need the approval of our regulators, we are leaving no stone unturned in bringing this period of challenge to a close. To ensure that interruptions are kept to a minimum during the transition to 100% renewable energy, we also expect to install 33 megawatts of new generating capacity, which we expect to be commissioned within 18 months of the contract signing. We are currently working on securing all of the regulatory and planning permissions necessary for this project. This plant, referred to as the Clean Energy Bridge, will be needed to support the transition to 100% renewable energy. Finally, and to provide some much needed context for the current situation, back in 2012, it was government's plan to install 60 megawatts of new generating capacity made up of waste to energy. This was scheduled to come online by 2018. As a result, Light and Power made the decision to extend the life of its aging generating fleet. We believe that this additional capacity would have been critical as we focused on building our vision for 100% renewable energy, increasing solar and wind, and reducing fossil fuel generation. However, the planned waste energy and biomass capacity did not materialize, resulting in us having to rely on some of the older generating units longer than anticipated, and now well beyond their retirement.